this is such a game of momentum. They have the ability to take out a game off Kings, but Kings is that, one of those top 3 teams in North America, the Cosmic, Kings, and VQ. Really, it's no shame to lose every game to them just because they are so much better than all the other teams in the scene, just because they have all those vets from the previous game, and they've been playing this game a while. So no shame in that, but still, they have the ability to take a game off, but they can't be making mistakes and letting the easy rollers in.
Agreed. And I think a big thing that Titanium Ricochet really needs to work on for this game is avoid getting so bunched up. And we're seeing that a lot, not only on defense, but they were doing it a lot on offense as well. It's fine to go in 2 forward, but you don't want to send both of your forwards in on the ball at the same time. Figure it out, send somebody in. Oh, no, that was a huge mistake. Oh, that was a ridiculously huge mistake.
So we're going to... Yep, Gambit just finishing that off. So it was a good pass by his teammate to put that off the wall, and Gambit, with his trademarked long shot, just put that one in.
On the defensive side, I think Moses and Classics were trying to do the rotate and send somebody back, but I think Moses ended up running right into Classics, and all 3 of them were on the other half of the pitch when that ball was set up by Gambit. So I don't know if that would have gone in or not, if that rotation had pulled off, but that was enough of a mistake to be a big problem.
Yep, and you can see, and that's definitely what Titanium needs to avoid, is those mistakes that yield those easy goals, because you're not going to see Kings of Urban really let those types of goals go in, and maybe once in every long while, but, oh, there, in Classics responds, coming out and scoring, putting the pressure on, so we're going to go on board with Classics here. You could see him. The ball just rolling right out in front of the net, and he put that exactly where he needed to. Fireburner didn't have a chance at saving that one.
Yeah, he missed the clear attempt, which he did have a pretty good opportunity at, but couldn't quite make contact there, so the ball was set up nice and neat for Class. And at this point, I'm wondering if the momentum is starting to shift a little bit, if Titanium Ricochet is starting to find their footing, but... says, not quite ready to rule things out yet, and that's a very nice shot. Comes right underneath that.
Yeah.
Fairly long distance, too.
Moses tried to come out of the back of the net to contest that ball, and he didn't get there first, and Jacob made him pay for it, scoring that goal, putting Kings of Urban up 2-1 in this second game.
Yeah, good break for Kings there. They really do need to keep a lead here and just sort of hold on to it for as long as possible if they want to win this game, and just sort of establish kind of that momentum. It's one thing to come back from a deficit or a tie of some kind, but if you can carry that momentum through the game, then that can be very helpful, especially going into further games as well.
So we're going to go into the bird's eye view, check out the action from above. We're going to see if Titanium Ricochet is able to get this ball out of their zone. Waze is the only one back. Fireburner hit that back in. That could have been a tough situation for Titanium, but now it's the counterattack, and Classics just taps it in. So, wow, what a mistake there. You can see Fireburner just launching it back into his own zone. Gambit doing everything he can to drop that, to get that ball out of a dangerous spot, but it just rolls right out into the mid, and Classic just has a layup and puts it in.
Yeah, a lot of that was just perfectly set up by Kings of Urban or Titanium Ricochet, and that's not what you want to have happen. Don't set these goals up for your opponent, and that's exactly what Kings of Urban did on that play.
So Waze being a little cheeky with Jacob there, blowing him up.
Some nations are good strategy, some are just, I'm going to rub it in a little bit. That may have been a bit of the latter.
So Jacob denying this clear here. We'll see if Titanium's able to get this ball out of the zone. They need to. Fireburner coming in with the shot, but Classics is able to block it. We're going to need to see some teamwork by Titanium Ricochet to get this ball out of their zone. Gambit with a great set, but Fireburner not able to do anything. Jacob coming out of nowhere.
They're getting some good setups here. You can see a lot of that happening, but they're just whiffing on the finish, or they're not getting the right angle on the contact. A lot of that also comes down to the defensive positioning of Titanium Ricochet. They're challenging every angle, which is making it hard for Kings of Urban to find a spot to really play this off of.
Yep, and you can see Waze just hanging out in net. I wonder how much boost he has. Well, now he's got full boost, so he's able to work with this and get this clear. Gambit on the prowl, though, trying to put that ball into the mid for his teammate, not able to do so. But Fireburner doing a good job. But Waze, with all his boost, is able to come in with a solid clear. Trying to set up his teammate. Jacob helps him out a little bit.
Yeah, that was a nice little bit of stuff. Still haven't gotten it fully cleared out, but there goes Gambit sending it back downfield. Decent center there. Try to get something together, but I don't know. At this point right now, they're slowing down a little bit. They're trying to pick their moments. They don't want to be...
Oh, that could be a critical mistake, though. Waze going up for that, not able to help out. Now it's going to be a 2-on-3.
Oh, and this little rolling ball does get turned aside. I mean, that was... You don't want to let a heartbreaker goal in to be the deciding goal, and that's pretty much where we're at right now. Next goal is probably going to take this game at this point.
So Gambit with a huge hit, trying to set its teammate up. Oh, it's going to be a little bouncer. It goes in! What a shot from Gambit with 16 seconds left. What a play.
Oh, the defense here just could not stop it. Those high bouncing shots. Waze couldn't get there. Classics couldn't, or Moses couldn't get there. I mean, they're so hard to gauge and so hard to figure out exactly where the ball's going. And yeah, that was not what they needed at this point. So probably going to be the deciding goal there.
Yep, and Gambit selfishly wants another one here. And this ball is still not out. It's still in the air, so the game doesn't end until the ball touches the ground. Why Gambit hit that, I'm not sure. But yeah, there we go. And that is 2 games for Kings of Urban now. It didn't seem like they had much trouble at all there. It was a little bit closer, but Kings of Urban still just the more solid team, it seems like, so far.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're coming off looking a lot better. Certainly a lot more consistent with the offensive opportunities. They're getting the quality of the chances is far better for Kings of Urban. The gap is closing a little bit. Certainly not as wide as it was in Game 1. Obviously a much closer game here in 2. So entirely possible that they could turn this around here in Game 3 and take a game back. But, you know, it's easier said than done against a team of this quality.
Yeah, and they'll have to turn this around because this is Titanium's back is on the ropes right now. They will get knocked out of this tournament right now if they don't win this game. So Titanium has to win this to stay in.
They absolutely do. Final game, elimination game, really, for Titanium Ricochet. And I'm sure they'd like to win something here, at least a game. You know.
Absolutely. So we are going to go on board with Fireburner from the Kings of Urban.
Oh, a nice little clear there. Looked like he could have tried to get something there, but having a difficult time with that.
Classics had a great double tap there. He hit that ball out into the mid and followed it and tapped it right into the zone. So a good play by Classics, and now Titanium Ricochet is on the attack. Wade's trying to keep the attack going here. He's not able to do so. Now the ball is back in the Titanium Ricochet zone.
Yes, and they're not getting a ton of offensive chances quite yet, but they're just keeping it in the orange zone. So when they finally start putting pressure on the net, if Titanium Ricochet cannot get this ball clear consistently and effectively, then they are just going to be smashed. Really, they're going to be dominant.
Oh,
and Kings of Urban knows what they're doing. Good setup there. Jacob's going to get the easy finish.
Just relentless pressure from Kings of Urban here. You can see Jacob with a great pass to Gambit. Gambit trying to put that on net. It bounces right out. Wade's trying to get the clear, but Jacob there to clean up that trash in front of the net, putting Kings of Urban up 1-0 in this Game 3.
Good stuff so far. I mean, just like I was saying, you know, you keep that pressure going. It's one thing. You start keeping the ball in your opponent's zone, then you start putting the pressure on, and then it's just, you know, something's going to go in eventually, ultimately.
Yeah, every player of Kings of Urban touched that ball to make that play happen. So, and Jacob actually came around to help out again. So, really good pressure by Kings of Urban, getting those rotates, keeping the ball in the Titanium Ricochet zone. So now we're going to go and see if Moses, player on Titanium Ricochet, if he is able to break this scoreless game for his team, and has a great pass out into the mid, but unfortunately no one there. Classics, though, putting the shot on net.
Fireburner does turn that aside, though. And, I mean, he has been really outstanding in net thus far. I mean, they all have been making some big key plays. But you're just seeing, look at this. Again, just the constant pressure and the back and forth and the shots, and Jacob is the last one to touch it, but
just a great tap by Fireburner there to get that out of the reach of Titanium Ricochet. That allowed Jacob to come out and finish this off, and he really didn't even have that great of an angle on it. So props to Jacob for being able to manipulate his car to put that shot on net and score that goal.
So good stuff for Kings of Urban. They're looking way more effective. And one thing I noticed out of Kings of Urban that probably is a testament to why they're being so effective is they're covering so much of the pitch. You know, if you look at how these teams are kind of positioning themselves on the field, Kings of Urban, when they're going on the attack, are spread out wide. They're covering every angle. They're making sure that even the attempts to clear out are being stopped. And that's really an effective way of playing this game, is to just be everywhere, or at least everywhere you can be.
Yeah, you want to be first to the ball, and you want to make sure that the ball is continually in the other team's zone. And if you can also, like, a big part of it too is managing your boost, you know, and not going for the same ball that your teammate is, because like you said, you need to cover as much of the pitch as possible, making sure that your teammates are spread out and not sacrificing themselves both at the same time to try to get a ball clear. Those are critical components of it, and Kings of Urban is really great at swarming the ball there. Everybody taking turns to try to make a hit that helps the team out.
Yeah, and I'm seeing too much again out of Titanium Ricochet in terms of just being bunched up, or at least being like the same line. But that a little bit of a mistake there by Kings of Urban, just not being in position here, easily taken advantage of, and Classics and Moses both carrying the ball in together.
What we saw there was a 1v1 type situation. Moses recognized that there were no players from Kings of Urban back. They were all up front trying to swarm the net, and he was able to quickly get control of that ball and dribble it all the way into the Kings of Urban net. So a very aware play by Moses there. A solid job by him.
Yeah, good stuff, and a nice way to start closing this gap. So if they can keep doing similar, you know, strategies and keeping that awareness going, I could very easily see them tying this game up, possibly even taking the lead here, but they're running low on time. And I think if Kings of Urban gets one more goal, that'll probably end up being the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, Fireburner putting the ball back in. Classics is going to have to do something with it. He's not able to. This could be bad for Titanium Ricochet. Still not out of the zone yet. Classics continuing trying to get that ball out. And it looks like they will break out here.
Oh, good distance shot by Gambit on their side of the net. And here they are. All three of them, again, are just, you know, trying to play things out, set some shots up. Couldn't quite get anything going there, but they did have to fall back for boost. So, still just smart play. That's really all we're seeing here.
And we're going to go on board with Waves 1. It looks like there is some good numbers here for Titanium Ricochet. They have an opportunity here. Classics denying that boost from Gambit. So Kings could be in a tough spot without any boost. And Moses with a good ball in. Classics not able to finish that off. But still, if they're able to continue to keep this pressure on and deny the boost, they could get a goal in this last few seconds.
And now is got to be the time. You know, they have to get something together here. Maybe a good lucky break or a nice good bounce, but not if the ball is rolling its way down to the other side of the pitch, and that's it.
And that is it. That's all she wrote. That is 3-0 for Kings of Urban. Kings of Urban is advancing on. Titanium Ricochet is out of the tournament now. So unfortunately for Titanium Ricochet, going down to Kings of Urban, but Kings played fantastic last week, and really, after losing 3-0 to Complain, they came back against Titanium with a very solid performance. So congrats to Kings for moving on, and Titanium, thanks for showing up this Sunday.
Yeah, that was solid showing all around for sure. So they earned that win, earned a little bit of redemption after being knocked down to the lower bracket. So could be a good chance for them to take this forward. But
yep.
Yeah, so good stuff for them.
So we're going to take a short break. We've had a few technical difficulties.